What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Credit Plug YouTube channel where we talk about how to build credit, how to establish relationships with financial institutions, and how to get you high limit credit funding for both personal and business side. Today's video, I wanted to go over what I consider the rebuilding credit cards. So in a sense, I made a video about secured cards, which are the foundation. Right above that, you have, when you have the credit score, let's say anywhere between 600 and let's say a 680 or 620 and a 680. So this is what you would consider fair credit. It's not prime credit, but you are able to apply for unsecured credit products. Now, these usually come with not the most optimal rewards, although there are some on the market that you can get within the fair credit, credit score range that do come with certain rewards. So first one I wanted to start with, and it's one that actually a lot of people don't necessarily recommend, and that is the Credit One. So Credit One is based out of Las Vegas, Nevada. They're considered a subprime. However, they are better than some, they're a step up from like a First Premier or something like that. This is generally going to be a card with an annual fee and a variable APR based on what your credit score is. I believe the annual fee can go anywhere from like $35 up to $99. You can get as high, I believe, up to a $2,500 credit limit. Correct me if I'm wrong if anyone has a higher limit on a Credit One. This was one of the rebuilders that I, did acquire. They will work with you when you're rebuilding or if you have limited credit history. So that's Credit One. Next, I wanted to talk about a very lesser known financial institution called Signal Financial. That's within the Washington metro area. And you can join if you live, work, or worship. They also have an option where you can donate to a local nonprofit and get membership that way. So they offer a rebuilder credit card. There's no credit check. There's $1,000 fixed limit, but you have to also get what they call their bundle packages, which include a checking, a savings. You can opt for a money market, a credit card, and also a checking line of credit, overdraft line of credit. So they bundle all these different financial products together and offer them as a package. So there's no credit check. So that's Signal Financial, based out of Kensington, Maryland. Definitely check that one out. Next up, I wanted to go over, I went over this in another video, the Merrick Bank. So Merrick is based out of Long Island, New York. They offer a secured card, and they also offer the Merrick Double Line. So this credit card, you have to make sure you're opted in. If you go to www.optout, pre-screen, and opt-in, you can apply for this. This is invitation only, and it's through a pre-selection. So basically what opt-out pre-screen, they basically share information with credit bureaus. The credit bureaus share information with financial institutions, and those financial institutions then market pre-selected credit offers. So you have to opt in, give them permission to give you these solicited credit offers. The Merrick Double Line. So it it doubles your credit. So whatever they approve you for, it automatically doubles at 7 months. So after your seventh statement closes, they'll double your line. So if it's an $800 limit to begin with, you'll get a $1,600 limit. There's no rewards, there's no annual fee. So, this is definitely for a rebuilder. There's not really many rewards at all, but you could definitely use this to build your credit back up. And since it doesn't have an annual fee, there's really no reason why you should cancel it. Um, I've kept it open even though I don't use it, but every now and then I'll put a purchase on it just to keep it active. It's definitely a bank that will work with you when you're rebuilding, and if you don't necessarily have excellent credit. Again, this is in the fair credit range. So that's Merrick Bank. Up next is Olow. So Olow is actually a pretty new card. They haven't been around that long. You could actually apply for this through the Experian Credit Match or by opting in at optoutprescreen.com. So this earns, I believe, 1% cash back on all purchases and 2% cash back at gas. But you have to make sure where you're getting the gas from, because some places it won't, I guess whatever the merchant code is, it's not giving you credit for gas, so you'll only get 1% versus 2%. So that's something I experienced with this. Generally, these are going to come with a credit limit less than $1,000. So this is definitely for rebuilding. There is no annual fee. There's two. So this is the Olow Mastercard, but then they also have a Olow Platinum card, which I believe does come with an annual fee. And then they also recently released Olow Optimum, which is supposed to be their high-end card. But overall, they really came into the game as a, not really, I guess subprime you could say, credit card, but they're worth looking out. And they do allow you to add a user to your account as well, besides Olow card. Next up, we have the Blaze Mastercard. So this is a unsecured card. They'll start you off generally at a low limit, like $500, and then after 7-8 months, they'll give you like a credit limit increase, usually like to $750 or to $1,000. This does come with an annual fee, but what you can do is after your first year, you can call them up and tell them to waive the annual fee, or else you'll close the account, and they will waive the annual fee. So you could get this card with no annual fee. There's no rewards. They cap you at $1,500, so that's the highest credit limit this will ever go up to, is $1,500. $1,500, no annual fee after 1 year. I still have it. Have no reason to close it. It's not costing anything, and they'll definitely work with you when you're rebuilding. So that's Blaze Mastercard. The next one I want to go over is First Savings credit card. So again, this is another option where you have to opt in order to get the pre-screen offer. You can't apply for this through the website. In fact, this card is actually the same, operated by the same bank as Blaze Mastercard, as well as another card that I'm about to show you. So they basically underwrite all of these cards and just rebrand them under a different credit card. Very similar, like login, and it's all the same systems. It's just different cards that are branded differently under a different name. So they'll generally do the same. Start you off with a low. I think the minimum is $300 and the max is $1,500. Again, you can call them up after 1 year and get the annual fee waived. I think it's about, I want to say it's about $29. So That's First Savings. Up next, we have the PayPal 2% PayPal Mastercard. And so this is actually underwritten by Synchrony Bank. They actually do a lot of, they're really big into the co-branded store cards, and they also offer a couple bank cards as well. So this is no annual fee, 2% cash back on all purchases, just a flat 2%. They generally, start you off, depending on your credit, because this card is actually for, I would say, all credit profiles, so from poor to excellent. So it really all depends. Some people get $10,000, $15,000 limits. If you're with fair credit, you're probably going to start off somewhere between 300 to 800, I would say. They do have a feature where you could request a credit limit increase, so you can always check that out and see if they have. Usually, if you get the increase, they'll show you right there in the application. I actually like it. Flat 2%. You really can't beat that. No annual fee, and you could definitely grow with this. So that's the PayPal Mastercard. Next up, we have Show Mastercard. So Show is actually written by a small bank in the Midwest called Bryant State Bank. I don't know too much about them. They're kind of similar to the First Savings that I just showed you, as well as the Blaze. One of these, similar. They cap out at $1,500. You could get the annual fee waived the second year and thereafter. So, not too much to say about this. No rewards. It's just a rebuilder card. And then the last one I wanted to share is Legacy. So Legacy, again, is also underwritten by the same bank as Blaze and First Savings. So First Savings National Bank is the name. And yeah, it's just another one of these. They cap you at 15. You can get it waived after a year. It's really just a rebuilder, but once you get that annual fee waived, you could keep it. You never know when you might need it. So that's all for today's video. If you are interested in applying for any credit products, we have some great referral bonuses in the description. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content. And if you want to know more about the Primary Account Builder program, you can visit our website. It's www.creditplug.com, Instagram at _creditplug. Until next time, y'all take it easy, and we'll talk to you again. Peace.